Last night, the Lincoln Potters fell to the Marysville Gold Sox 14-5, and thus the magic number for the Rogues is now just 2. Any combination of Potters losses and Rogues wins means that the Rogues will clinch the regular season title and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Starting pitcher tonight for your Medford Rogues. From Santa Clarita, California, the big righty attends San Jose State University, Jaden France. France is 4-0 on the year, the 4.90 ERA, making his 10th start. Has 29 strikeouts in 44 innings pitched. He's faced the Heat twice this year. His most recent outing on July 13th, down in Chico, picked up the win. Pitched 5 strong innings, gave up 4 earned runs, and struck out a batter. When we come back, the starting lineups and first pitch live from Harry and David Field. Hope you're staying cool wherever you are. Thank you so much for listening. This is Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
It's time for Medford Rogues Baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues Baseball. Calling all the action tonight, here's Jonathan Kerman.
Hello there, Rogue Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Game 2 of the final regular season home series for your Medford Rogues against the Chico Heat. The Rogues dropped Game 1 by a score of 6-2. The Rogues did load the bases in the bottom of the ninth, but failed to bring the tying run across before the final out was recorded. On the mound tonight for your Medford Rogues, from Santa Clarita, California, making his 10th start of the year for the Rogues, big right-hander Jaden France. The Rogues are 8-1 when Jaden France takes the mound. Their only loss coming back on June 2nd against these same Chico Heat. They lost by a score of 4-5. The last time Jaden faced these Chico Heat was on July 13th. Picked up the win. The team went 5-4. France went 5 innings, gave up the 4 earned runs, and struck out 1. Defensive alignment behind Jaden France today. Catching him is Alex Isola. At third base is Josh Berman. At shortstop, Davis DeLorphis. At second base, Jaden Hanna. And at first, Johnny De La Cruz. In the outfield, Dante Gutierrez in left, Connor Lowry in center, and Jake Helwig in right. Jaden France deals the first pitch. That one hit over the head of Jaden Hanna and drops into right field for a base hit. Helwig going to try to throw him out at first. Not in time. That's the leadoff man, Tanner Tokunaga. Leads the game off with a single for the Chico Heat. Batting lineup for the Chico Heat is as follows. Tanner Tokunaga, who just led off with a single. Batting second, Brandon De La Guardia. Batting third, the DH, Carson McCusker. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Marcus Wilhite. Batting fifth, in right field, Cole Lemmel. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Garrett Kelly. Batting seventh, the catcher, Joe Bath. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Jack Walsh. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Eric Robles. First pitch to Brandon De La Guardia, misses outside for ball 1. 107 degrees, the temperature here at Harry and David Field. Hope you're staying cool wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday evening. Slight breeze blowing in from left field, keeping the fans somewhat cool. Sun still beating down. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Brandon De La Guardia. That one misses low, ball 2. Runner on first, that's Tanner Tokunaga. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Jaden France, the big right-hander, comes set. Throw over to first, not in time. Tokunaga back standing. Jaden France gets the sign from Alex Isola, now comes set. Tokunaga has 25 stolen bases on the year. That one chopped foul off the third base side. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Brandon De La Guardia. De La Guardia from San Jose, California, attends West Valley Community College in his free time. Batting .252 on the year for the Heat. 40 hits, 22 RBI, 33 runs scored, and 34 strikeouts in 42 games. Here is the 2-1 to Brandon De La Guardia. Tokunaga takes off the ball in the dirt. The throw is going to be in time to get him. Alex Isola punches out another runner.
If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great.
That was a terrific throw by Alex Isola. As I mentioned, Tanner Tokunaga has 28 stolen bases on the year. Number's going to stay right there. Alex Isola punches out another. So with 1 out and nobody on, the count is 3-1 to Brandon De La Guardia. Fastball fouled back into the netting. Count runs full, 3-2. Both Alex Isola and Eric Yang so solid behind the plate. Not to mention the fact that they're two of our best hitters. They're batting 3 and 4 this year. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Well, after that strikeout right there, that's going to bring up Chico's K-batter, brought to you by Morton
So with
Sports
2 downs and with 2 down and nobody on, that will bring up Carson McCusker. McCusker, the DH for the Chico Heat today, from Sparks, Nevada, was the DH for the team last night as well. McCusker batting .232 for the Chico Heat. First pitch hit softly, nope, foul, ow, off the leg of Carson McCusker. The ball traveled a fair distance in the infield, which means got a pretty good piece of McCusker. He's walking off right now. Looks like it hit his left toe. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. No score here in the top of the first. Tanner Tokunaga led off with a single. Tried to steal second, but Alex Isola said, I don't think so. Threw him out at second. McCusker ready. He steps back into the right-handed box. Here's the 0-1 from Jaden France. Misses outside. Evens the count 1-1. Jaden France, the big right-hander, 6'4", 230. Deals that one, misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike, now the count. The 2-1. Fastball catches the inner half of the plate for a strike. Home plate umpire tonight is Brian Rose. The field ump is Jock Bolton. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. No score here in the top of the first. Jaden France winds, deals. Check swing, did he go around? No. The home plate umpire, Brian Rose, appealing with Jock Bolton, who says there was no swing. Runs the count full, 3-2. Jaden France dealing the 3-2. Fouled off the third base side and out of play. For those of you just joining us, Tanner Tokunaga, the leadoff hitter for the Chico Heat, singled on the first pitch thrown by Jaden France. Tokunaga then tried to steal second base and was thrown out by Alex Isola. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs the count to McCusker. That one misses inside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk will bring up Marcus Wilhite. Wilhite had a double and scored twice in last night's ball game. He also struck out twice. Steps in with a runner on first. 2 outs in the top of the first. First pitch swinging by Wilhite. He misses on that one. Wilhite batting .242 for the Heat. 40 hits, 11 doubles, 4 triples, 4 home runs, 40 RBI, 34 runs scored in 50 games. Left-handed batter from Oroville, California. The 0-1 fouled back off the third base side. Jaden France quickly ahead, 0-2. Fans still finding their seats here at Harry and David Field. A terrific crowd on hand, especially considering the heat. Here's the 0-2 to Wilhite. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Jaden France. The Chico Heat leave 1. We head to the bottom of the first, no score. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Medford Rogues coming up. Batting lineup for the Rogues is as follows. Leading things off, Davis DeLorfis. Batting second, Jaden Hanna. Batting third, Eric Yang. Batting fourth, Alex Isola. Batting fifth, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting sixth, Jake Helwig. Batting seventh, Dante Gutierrez. Batting eighth, Josh Berman. And batting ninth, Connor Lowry. On the mound, facing these Rogues lineup for the Chico Heat, right-handed pitcher from Newhall, California, Jack Ralston. Ralston, a redshirt freshman at UCLA, another big kid on the mound, 6'6", 220 pounds. First pitch to DeLorfis. Fastball called on the outer edge for a strike. 0-1 the count. Ralston making his 8th appearance for the Heat. He is 2-1 on the season with a 2.97 ERA, has 34 strikeouts in 36 1/3 innings pitched. The 0-1 catches the in-half of the plate for a strike. DeLorfis not happy with that call. Davis DeLorfis has 34 walks on the season. His next walk issued will tie the Rogues' all-time record for most walks in a season. Here's the 0-2 from Ralston. Fastball misses just outside. Count now 1-2. Fans, if you if you see what you like on the live stream, Alex Isola modeling our Bacon Night jerseys. We have 3 different theme night jerseys still available. That curveball foul tipped. DeLorfis doing a great job of staying alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. No one on, no one out here in the bottom of the first. Look in the description blocks underneath the live stream for a link to our jersey auction. We have themed jerseys from this year and last year, both available for auction. The 1-2 chop to the second baseman, Brandon De La Guardia. The flip over to first in time to get DeLorfis. That's the first out of the inning.
For your Medford Rogues, second baseman, number 5, Jaden Hanna.
So with 1 out, that will bring up Jaden Hanna. Jaden Hanna's walk-up song, Island Song by the Zach Brown Band. And I tell you, whenever that song is played here in the ballpark, it feels like a cool breeze just washes over everyone. Jaden Hanna, the left-handed batter, steps in. Breeze blowing in strongly from left field. The first pitch to Hanna misses inside for ball 1. Jaden Hanna from Portland, Oregon. Batting .297 for this Rogues team. Waits on the 1-0 offering from Jack Ralston. The pitch. Fastball misses inside again. 2 balls and no strikes to Jaden Hanna. Hanna, a freshman at Lane Community College. The 2-0 misses outside for ball 3. Hanna in a terrific count now. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. Just getting underway here at Harry and David Field. The 3-0. Fastball misses high for ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Jaden Hanna. We'll bring up the designated hitter, Eric Yang.
36, Eric Yang.
Eric Yang's batting average has finally dipped under 400. Now batting just .385 on the year for the Rogues. And that isn't skewed by some hot week he's had. Has 117 at-bats. So the numbers are legit for the catcher from West Hills, California. Throw over to first. Hanna dives in safely. Yang has 45 hits, 11 doubles, 27 home runs, and 24 runs scored in 32 games. The first pitch to Eric Yang. Fastball catches the inner half for a strike. Yang, the DH tonight, was the catcher last night. Josh Hogan has that luxury of swapping Isola and Yang on alternate days to keep both catchers rested. Here's the 0-1. Nope, throw over to first. Hanna back in time. The throw was a little high. Marcus Wilhite had to jump to make that grab. He did. Number 5, Marcus Wilhite holding on. Number 5, Jaden Hanna at first base. 0-1 the count to Eric Yang. Ralston comes home. That one hits him. Off-speed pitch got away from Eric Yang. He'll take his free base. The Rogues have runners on first and second for the RBI leader in the Great West League, Alex Isola. Ice, as he's called by his teammates back in California, his friends down in Lincoln, teammates over in Utah, his coaches call him Ice. Here in Medford, the Rogues call him Big Time. Jaden Hanna at second, Eric Yang at first. Alex Isola waits on the first pitch. Fastball misses in. Ball 1. Isola played for the University of Utah last year. He will attend Yavapai Community College this fall. Here's the 1-0. Called strike on the outer edge. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Jaden Hanna at second, Eric Yang at first. Alex Isola, who leads the league in RBI with 54, waits on the 1-1 pitch. Ralston looking back at second, now comes home. That one skips in the dirt for ball 2. Isola tacking on to that RBI total last night. Had an RBI double back in the first inning that scored Davis DeLorphis. Wind really picking up here in the bottom of the inning. The 2-1. Big swing and a miss. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Isola batting .340 on the year for the Rogues. 26 walks to just 23 strikeouts. Also leads the team in home runs. The 2-2 misses high for ball 3. Waiting on deck, Johnny De La Cruz. No score here in the bottom of the first, at least not yet. Alex Isola with a runner on second. Eric Yang over there at first as well. The 3-2. Fouled back. Count will remain. We'll do this again. And that first run so important in this ball game. The Rogues scored the first run of the game last night. Down in Marysville, the Gold Sox face off against Lincoln in just a few minutes. We'll keep you updated on that score. As it goes further, a flare into right, shallow right field, actually very shallow. The second baseman, Brandon De La Guardia, is under it, makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So with 2 out and 2 on, that will bring up Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz batting .337 for this Rogues team. 65 hits, 11 doubles, 47 RBIs, 32 walks, just 18 strikeouts in 51 games. Runners on first and second. The pitch to De La Cruz. Called strike on the inside corner for strike 1. De La Cruz looking at home plate umpire Brian Rose. Seems to be giving a generous inside strike. Ralston comes set. Looks back at second, now comes home. That one hit to right field. If that's fair, that's going to be trouble. It bounces fair. Well, that one rolls all the way. It bounces over into the Heat bullpen. It is a ground rule double for Johnny De La Cruz. It scores Jaden Hanna. Eric Yang will have to hold at third. I think he would have scored had that ball stayed in play. Regardless, Johnny De La Cruz gets the scoring started for the Rogues with an RBI ground rule double. Rogues lead 1-0. Runners on second and third for Jake Helwig. Eric Yang at third. The first pitch to the left-handed hitting Helwig misses outside for ball one. Jaden Hanna walked. Eric Yang was hit by a pitch. And then a ground rule double by Johnny De La Cruz. That one, Helwig fouls that one off his foot. He is in some pain. He's limping right now. Going to try and walk that one off. 1-0 the score. The trainer going to go out to check on Helwig. We'll step away for a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of this ball game. Rogues lead 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Welcome back. Jake Helwig steps back into the box. Looks like he's okay. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count, 2 outs, runners on second and third. That one hits to right field. It's a flare. It's going to drop. Eric Yang comes home. Hogan is waving home De La Cruz. The throw at the plate. Not going to be in time. A 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig gives the Rogues a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning.
For the Rogues, left fielder number 20, Dante Gutierrez.
So Jake Helwig, who had just fouled a ball off his foot, took a few minutes to collect himself. And on the next offering from Jack Ralston, laces one into right field, bringing home Eric Yang and Johnny De La Cruz. So with Helwig at first, Dante Gutierrez, who is in left field tonight for the Rogues, steps into the box. Gutierrez, left-handed batter, takes ball one. Jaden Hanna walked with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Eric Yang hit by a pitch. Johnny De La Cruz hit a ground rule double to score Hanna and move Yang over to third. And then Helwig delivered the 2 RBI single. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, called strike on the outer edge. Evens the count 1-1. Jack Ralston looks over at first base. Marcus Wilhite holding on Helwig, who is known to steal. He takes off. The pitch is low. Here's the throw at second. Not going to be in time. Jake Helwig steals second base. And the Rogues have another runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And it looks like Helwig may be done for the evening. I think he's still hurting a little bit from that ground ball that he hit off his foot. He is going to exit the game. We'll have a pinch runner for Jake Helwig. Boy, the guts on that kid. After fouling a ball off his foot, was in some serious pain. stepped back into the box. The next pitch hit a 2 RBI single and then stole second base. We will step away for another quick moment. We'll stay right here. Caleb Smith going to come out to pinch run for Jake Helwig. He will take over for Helwig, most likely in right. We'll find out in the top of the second.
Pinch run for Jake Helwig, number 28, Caleb Smith.
So Caleb Smith takes over for Jake Helwig out there at second base. Smith from Corvallis, Oregon. One of the first guys off the bench when Hogan needs a pinch runner. Dante Gutierrez, 2 balls and 1 strike the count. With Smith at second. That one misses outside for ball 3. Two outs, runner on second. 3-1 the count to the left-handed hitting Gutierrez. The pitch home. Misses low for ball 4. So the Rogues now have runners on first and second for the third baseman tonight, Josh Berman.
Number 7, Josh Berman.
Berman, a local of Medford, Oregon, attends Clark Community College in his free time. Batting .248 on the year, 29 hits, 7 doubles, 5 home runs. That's second on the team. 21 runs scored in 40 games. Caleb Smith out there at second, pinch running for Jake Helwig. Dante Gutierrez over there at first. Bottom of the first, 3-0 the score. First pitch to Josh Berman misses in, ball 1. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on the live stream just to catch you up on what's gone down so far. Jaden Hanna walked with 1 out in the first. Eric Yang hit by a pitch. Johnny De La Cruz had a ground rule double down the right field line to score Hanna. That pitch to Josh Berman fouled back up and over the net. So De La Cruz with the ground rule double down the right field line to score Jaden Hanna. And then Jake Helwig fouled a ball off his foot, was in some serious pain after a few-minute delay. Decided to step back into the box. The next pitch laced a single into right to clear the bases. That one drilled. That's going to be over the head of the diving shortstop, Eric Robles. Josh Berman has himself an RBI. Caleb Smith comes home, and the Rogues take a 4-0 lead.
Next up for your Rogues, center fielder, number 10, Connor Lowry.
So the Rogues jumping all over Jack Ralston here in the first. So Jake Helwig fouls a ball off his foot, is in some serious pain, steps back into the box, hits a 2 RBI single to score Yang and De La Cruz. And then a few pitches later with Dante Gutierrez at the plate, Helwig stole second. After stealing second, he would ask to be removed from the ballgame. Clearly still in some pain. Caleb Smith, who just came home, pinch ran for him. First pitch to Connor Lowry. Misses inside, ball 1. Ground rule double by an RBI ground rule double by Johnny De La Cruz, a 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig, and an RBI single by Josh Berman. Is 4 runs for the Rogues in the bottom of the first. Pitch misses inside for ball 2. Connor Lowry from Refugio, Texas. Steps back into the box. 2 balls, no strikes, the count, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Gutierrez at second base, Josh Berman at first. The pitch home. Fouled back up and over the netting and out of play. Lowry committed to Campbellsville University next year. He will join his Rogues teammates Clay Valenzuela-Reese, Malik Evans, and DJ Wilson. Lowry batting .276 for the Rogues this season. Next one misses inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on for Connor Lowry. The Rogues lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. Michael Hanna, Jaden's dad, asking if Jaden hustled down to first like he always does, and yes, he did indeed. That one hit well to right field. Going back is Cole Lemmel. He's at the warning track, and he makes the grab. The Rogues strand 2, but bring 4 across, thanks to a ground rule RBI double by Johnny De La Cruz, a 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig, and an RBI single by Josh Berman. We head to the top of the second. Rogues lead 4-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the second inning, the Rogues put up 4 in the bottom of the first to support Jaden Hanna. The first pitch to the right fielder Cole Lemmel misses inside for ball 1. For those of you just joining us, back in the bottom of the first, Jaden Hanna led off with a walk. Eric Yang was hit by a pitch. The 1-0 from France, chopped to the shortstop. Davis Lorfis is there. The throw over to first is high, but De La Cruz applies the tag. De La Cruz jumped in the air to corral the ball from DeLorfis,
Chico,
and in one fluid
fielder,
motion
Garrett Kelly.
brought the glove down onto Cole Lemmel before he touched the bag. A great play by Johnny De La Cruz at first base for the first out of the second inning. So that will bring up Garrett Kelly, left fielder for the Chico Heat. So with Hanna at second and Eric Yang at first, Johnny De La Cruz had a ground rule double down the right field line. Scored Hanna. Eric Yang had to hold up at first. The first pitch plunks Garrett Kelly. Off speed, just got away from Jaden France.
Except for Chico, catcher number 10, Joe Bath.
So with 1 on and 1 out, that will bring up the catcher, Joe Bath. So with runners at second and third, that was Eric Yang at third, Johnny De La Cruz at second. Jake Helwig stepped into the box, fouled a ball off his foot, and was in some serious pain. Took a few minutes, tried to walk it off. Decided to step back into the box on the next pitch that he saw, laced one into right field for a single, scoring Hanna and De La Cruz. Bunt attempt rolls foul by Joe Bath. The count is 0-1. 1 out here in the top of the second. Runner on first. Rogues lead 4-0. So Helwig cleared the bases with a 2 RBI single. Put the Rogues up by 3. Helwig then stole second. As he got up, called the training staff over and asked to exit the game. Clearly still in some pain, but just shows the guts on that kid from Bethune-Cookman. Here's the 0-1. That one hit right to the shortstop. DeLorfis is there. The throw over to second. Hanna for 1. Over to De La Cruz in time for the double play. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Rogues up
In the top
4
of
to
the
nothing.
second, there were no runs,
You're
no
listening
hits,
to
no
Medford
errors,
Rogues
and
Baseball
no
live
runners
on
left base. Right ball was
MedfordRogues.com,
hit down to
presented
Sammy
by
and
Michael
through.
Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Heroes. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero. Hero sandwiches.
Let's head back to the ballpark. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Rogues lead 4 to nothing. The leadoff man, Davis DeLorfis, will step into the batter's box. The Rogues sent 9 batters to the plate back in the first inning. First pitch from Jack Ralston. Swung on and missed, strike 1. DeLorfis playing shortstop today for the Rogues. Just 1 walk away from tying the all-time record. That one hit to right field. Cole Emmel is going back. He will have room. He makes the catch at the warning track. Well hit ball by DeLorfis, but it results in an out.
Rogues, second baseman, number 5, Jaden Hanna.
So just like in the bottom of the first, Jaden Hanna will come up to the plate with 1 out and nobody on. Jaden Hanna got the 4-run inning rally started. He walked. First pitch to Hanna. He swings and misses it. That one, strike 1. Hanna walked. Eric Yang, who is on deck, hit by a pitch. Johnny De La Cruz hit a ground rule double, scoring Hanna. Advanced Yang to third. Jake Helwig singled De La Cruz and Yang home. That one fouled back off the third base side. Hanna quickly in a hole 0-2. Helwig then stole second, was replaced by Caleb Smith as a pinch runner. And then Josh Berman delivered an RBI single, scoring Smith. The 0-2 to Hanna. Bounces in the dirt for ball 1. Jack Ralston comes set. Here's the 1-2 to the left-handed hitting Hanna. Curveball misses way outside. Back-to-back pitches roll to the backstop for Jack Ralston. Here's the 2-2 to Hanna. That one chopped to the second baseman. De La Guardia is there. The flip over to first in time. Hanna in that full sprint.
Coming up to bat for
Out
your
by a
Rogues,
step and a half.
designated hitter, number 36,
So with 2 outs, that will bring up Eric Yang. Yang hit by a pitch and scored back in that first inning. first pitch to Yang. He loops that one into right field. Lemmel's over there, makes the grab for the final out. Rogues go 1-2-3 in the second. We head to the third. Rogues on top, 4-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out their website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2 R's. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the third inning. Rogues on top, 4-0. Rogues scoring all of their runs back in the first inning. Leading things off for the Chico Heat, Jack Walsh. First pitch from Jaden France. Misses outside for ball 1. The only hit allowed by Jaden France was to the leadoff man Tanner Tokunaga back in the first inning. He was caught stealing by Alex Isola. The 1-0 misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Jack Walsh. Walsh batting .283 for the Heat. That one misses very inside. 3 balls and no strikes now to the third baseman, Jack Walsh. Waiting on deck, the 9-hitter, Eric Robles. France gets the sign from Isola. Here's the 3-0. Fastball catches the inner half for strike 1. France goes into the windup. The 3-1 pitch misses high for ball 4. A leadoff walk will bring up Eric Robles.
Shortstop number 2, Eric Robles.
Robles was 1 for 1 last night. Had a sacrifice bunt, walked, had a single on a bunt, and then reached on an error. Robles showed bunt every at-bat last night. We'll see if he tries another one here. Josh Berman playing in at third base. The pitch home, misses inside for ball 1. Terrific crowd on hand tonight. The Heat can't beat Rogue Nation. Really, really fantastic to see on a particularly hot day. Showing bunt, he pulls back, the ball's outside. 2-0 now to Eric Robles. Jaden France rubbing the ball as the right-hander Robles steps back into the box. Runner on first, that's Jack Walsh. He walked to lead off the top of the third. Robles now showing bunt. Here 2-0. Pulls back, misses high for ball 3. You hear the disagreement from the Rogues fans. Robles just 5'8". So it's possible that that's a strike to a taller hitter. Robles from Vacaville, California. The 3-0 catches the outer half for strike one. Robles steps back into the batter's box. Jaden France comes set. Robles shows bunt, the 3-1. Pulls back, and it's ball four. So back-to-back walks given up by Jaden France will turn the lineup over for Tanner Tokunaga. Tokunaga singled to lead off the game for the Heat, was caught stealing. Thrown out by Alex Isola. Pitching coach Jeff Lye will go out to talk with Jaden France. We'll step away for a quick commercial break. Runners on first and second, nobody out here in the top of the third. Rogues lead 4-0.
People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Let's head back to the ballpark. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Conversation done between pitching coach Jeff Lyle and starting pitcher Jaden France. Runners on first and second, nobody out for Tokunaga. Pulls back the bunt. It's high for ball one. Jack Walsh and Eric Robles both walked here in the top of the third. The 1-0. That one hit to center field. Connor Lowry is headed back. He's on his horse, still going back. He will make the grab. The runners did not tag, so they will have to hold at their respective base. Long fly out by Tokunaga does not move the runners over. That's the first out. And now Jaden France is one ground ball away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Brandon De La Guardia struck out back in the first inning. Jack Walsh at second, Eric Robles at first. One out here in the top of the third. De La Guardia, the second baseman for the Chico Heat, takes that first pitch. It's hit into center field. It's going to drop in front of Caleb Smith. So the base hit advances the runners 90 feet.
Chico. Tonight's Morton Sports Pizza Bar K batter, number 28.
And that will bring up the DH, Carson McCusker. McCusker walked back in the first inning. The bases are loaded. So the force going to apply at every base. Jaden France not out of the woods yet with one out, but does have that important first out. Jack Walsh at third, Eric Robles at second, Brandon De La Guardia at first. One out here in the top of the third. France looking to keep the Heat off the board. Here's the first pitch to Carson McCusker. Nope. McCusker will call time, will wipe the sweat off his brow. Jaden France comes set. Here's the first pitch. Called strike on the outer edge. You hear the Rogue dugout and Rogues fans cheering on their big right-hander from Santa Clarita, California. Here's the 0-1 to Carson McCusker. That one fouled up and over the net and out of play. France quickly ahead, 0-2. McCusker, a big kid, 6'7", 235. Going up against Jaden France, 6'4", 230. A couple of big boys going at it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses outside. Yang thought about throwing down to third. Berman not back at the bag. Count now 1-2. Was a great pitch by Jaden France. Slider that just tailed away off the plate. It was a good take by Carson McCusker. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the third. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Carson McCusker. Jaden France comes home. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
And with that strikeout from our K-batter from Morton Sports Pizza Bar, $3 draft
So
beers.
2 outs now in the top of the third, and that will bring up the first baseman, Marcus Wilhite. Marcus Wilhite struck out to end the first inning. Left-handed batters batting .242 for the Heat. 4 home runs, 40 RBIs on the year. First pitch, called strike on the outside corner to the left-handed hitting first baseman. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the third. Rogues lead 4-0. Jaden France comes set. Here's the 0-1 to Marcus Wilhite. Fastball misses low. Evens the count, 1-1. France looks in. Isola giving the sign. France comes set. Here's the 1-1. Hit sharply to the right side of the infield. De La Cruz is there. He'll take it himself for the final out. Jaden France works out of a bases loaded 1-out jam. We head to the bottom of the third. Rogues lead 4-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the third inning, Rogues on top, 4-0. First pitch to Alex Isola, called strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Rogues putting up all 4 runs back in the first inning. All 9 batters for the Rogues came up to bat. That first inning, the 0-1. Chopped to the third baseman. Jack Walsh is there. He snags it. The throw over to first in time to get Alex Isola for the first out of the third.
Next up for the Rogues, first baseman number 2, Johnny De La Cruz.
So that will bring up Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz had a ground rule double back in the first inning that scored Jaden Hanna, moved Eric Yang over to third base. De La Cruz from Houston, Texas, steps into the box. The first pitch, chopped foul down the third base line. Strike 1. Jack Ralston on the mound for the Chico Heat comes set. The big right-hander comes home. Curveball misses high, evens the count 1-1. Waiting on deck, Caleb Smith. The 1-1, showing bunt is De La Cruz. That one rolls foul down the third baseline. Count now 1-2. De La Cruz hoping to catch the Heat defense off guard there. Heat not letting up here at Harry and David Field, holding at a sturdy 109. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Johnny De La Cruz. The pitch home. Misses high, 4-2. De La Cruz batting .336 for this Rogues team. Has 47 RBI, got that 47th back in the first. That one hit to the shortstop, Eric Robles. He picks it up, throw over to first in time to beat De La Cruz by half a step for the second out of the inning.
Next up for the Rogues, number 28, right fielder.
So that will bring up
Smith.
Caleb Smith. Smith came on as a pinch runner for Jake Helwig. Helwig's first at bat back in the first inning. Fouled a ball off his foot, was in some considerable pain. You could see it on his face. Took a few minutes to try and walk it off. With runners on second and third, stepped back into the box. The next pitch that he saw laced one into right field for a single that scored De La Cruz and Jaden Hanna. The first pitch to Caleb Smith. Fastball on the outer edge, called strike. Helwig then stole second base, and as he popped up, called the trainer over and asked to be removed from the ballgame. Caleb Smith came on as a pinch runner and scored on the RBI single by Josh Berman. The 0-1 hit foul into the netting off the first base side. Smith quickly in a hole, 0-2. Caleb Smith from Corvallis, Oregon, attends Lynn Benton Community College in his free time. Right-handed batter, throws with his left hand, just like myself. Don't see many of those out on the ball field. The 0-2 swung on and missed, dropped in the dirt. Joe Bath picks it up, the throw over to first in time to get Caleb Smith. 1-2-3 go the Rogues in the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth. Rogues on top, 4-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Mary's Barbecue. Tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. And it's easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue Place at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow along on Facebook or their website, marysbbqplace.com.
Be sure to follow the Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball, and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the fourth inning, first pitch misses low to Cole Lemmel. Lemmel grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Rogues lead 4-0 here in the fourth. Medford put up 4 in the first inning for their right-hander. That pitch inside, and it grazed the jersey of Cole Lemmel. Ruled a hit by pitch by the home plate umpire, Brian Rose.
Except for Chico.
So
left fielder
Lemmel
number
will take
14,
his free
Garrett
base
Kelly.
to lead off the 4th inning. Garrett Kelly hit by a pitch himself back in the 2nd. Garrett Kelly from Hollister, California, attends UC Davis in his free time. 6-foot right-handed outfielder steps into the box. Shadows creeping over into center field, extending even into left. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Very interesting shadow formation at Harry and David Field. It's like a hand is reaching across from left field and the fingers extend out over center and into right. The infield still in sun. The long shadows being cast as we approach the 8 p.m. hour. Next one misses outside for ball 2. You see Johnny De La Cruz modeling our Christmas in July jerseys. We still have a few available. Click on the auction link in the description box under the live stream. You'll be taken to our eBay page. You can bid on these jerseys. They ship anywhere in the world. Get your hands on some of the hottest jerseys to date. Just click on the link below. The 2-0. Hit up the middle right at Jaden Hanna. He'll step on second for 1, over to first in time for the 4-3 double play. Cole Lemmel was running on the pitch, so Jaden Hanna went to cover second. The ball was hit right to him. Had to take a half a step to touch second base over to first. As easy a double play as there is. Races the leadoff hit by pitch. And with 2 down and nobody out, that will bring up the catcher, Joe Bath. Joe Bath grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. First pitch slider catches the outer edge for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. France looking for a quick inning here in the 4th. Here's the 0-2. Hit foul down the first base line and out of play. Garrett Kelly batting .295 for this Chico team, has a home run and 16 RBI. Here's the 0-2. Misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 4th. Rogues lead 4-0. France winds and deals. That one chopped to the third baseman. Berman charging, tries to short hop it. It bounces off his glove. It'll be ruled an E5. Joe Bath is aboard. It's a do or die play for Josh Berman at third base. High,
Chico,
softly
number 19,
hit ball.
third baseman Jack Walsh.
Berman had to charge that ball if he were going to have any shot of getting Joe Bath, who is very fast for a catcher. Bath aboard with 2 outs, and that will bring up Jack Walsh. Walsh walked to lead off the third, would get to third base later in the inning. The Heat had the bases loaded and 1 out, and Jaden France got out of the inning with a strikeout and a ground out to first. First pitch to Jack Walsh, misses outside, ball 1. Jaden France comes set. Looks over at first. Now comes home. The 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike. Evens the count 1-1 to Jack Walsh. Walsh from Elk Grove, California, plays for Delta Community College in his free time. 6-foot right-handed batter. Waits on the 1-1 offering from Jaden France. Here it is. That one fouled right at Johnny De La Cruz, the ball right on the line, I should say. De La Cruz knocked it down with his glove, picked it up, taps on first base for the final out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Rogues lead 4-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 and Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your Rogue River experience today.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the fourth inning, Rogues lead 4-0. Stepping into the batter's box, left fielder Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez has played first base and left field for this Rogues team, takes a first pitch outside for ball one. Gutierrez was the only catcher on the roster for the first 10 games of the Rogue season before Alex Isola joined the team. Here's the 1-0. That one chopped to the right side of the infield. The second baseman, Brandon De La Guardia, makes the grab. Flip over to first in time. One down in the fourth.
Next up for the Rogues, third baseman, number 7.
Then we'll bring up the third baseman, Josh Berman. Berman hit an RBI single to score Caleb Smith back in that 4-run first inning. Berman, a local of Medford, Oregon. 5'11", 195 on the scale. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Heat. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. First pitch swinging by Josh Berman, misses that one. 0-1 the count. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on the live stream, wherever you're listening from. I hope you're staying cool. Sun has set here at Harry and David Field. Fans, I'm sure, very glad about that. That one misses inside, evens the count 1-1. Davis DeLorfus modeling our Christmas in July jerseys. If you like what you see, click on the link in the description box below to be taken to our eBay page where you can bid on a bunch of different themed jerseys. They ship anywhere in the world, so get your hands on this hot Rogue swag. Curveball by Jack Ralston drops in there for a strike. Big 12-6 curveball puts Berman in a hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Waiting on deck, the center fielder, Connor Lowry. Here's the 1-2 from Ralston. That one hit well to right field. Lemmel's going back, still going back. He's at the warning track, and he makes the grab. Boy, another well-hit ball by this Medford Rogues lineup.
Next up for the Rogues, center fielder, number 10, Connor Lowry.
That will bring up Connor Lowry. As I mentioned, well-hit balls. He hit one just about in the same spot as Berman just hit that ball, deep to right field, missing a home run or something off the wall by inches. Lowry with, in my opinion, one of the best walk-up songs on this Rogues team, Intoxicated, by Martin Garrix. The first pitch to Lowry misses inside for ball one. Bradley Feingold, the PA announcer of the Chico Heat, joining us here on the broadcast. You should be listening to Rory. That one hit up the middle for a base hit, right by the outstretched leg of the pitcher, Jack Ralston. Lowry has himself a 2-out single.
Next up for your Rogues, shortstop, number 18, Davis DeLorphis.
So that will bring up Davis DeLorphis. DeLorphis wearing his Rogues green, the entire Rogues team in their Rogue green tops. He's not wearing his Christmas in July jersey tonight. But doesn't he look good in it? You can look just as good. Just click on the themed jersey auction link in the description box below. Connor Lowry at first. The pitch to DeLorphis misses low for ball one. Well, Bradley, thank you so much for joining us, even if it was just to say hi. Maybe we'll see you down there in Chico in the playoffs. 1 ball, no strike, the count to Davis DeLorphis. Throw over to first. Lowry dives back in safely. Jack Ralston delivers the 1-0. That one chopped foul down the third base line. Josh Hogan, the third base coach, thought about making a barehanded stab at that, decided not to. Hit a little too hot. 1 ball and 1 strike to Davis DeLorphis. DeLorphis has 34 walks this year. His next walk will tie him for the Rogues record for most walks in a season. One of the many records broken by this Rogues team here in 2017. Here's the 1-1. Lowry takes off. The throw is low. The throw at the plate, not going to at time. The pitch was low. The throw to second base, not in time to get Lowry. He's aboard at second. Second stolen base for the Rogues. Now they have a runner in scoring position. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Davis DeLorphis. Here's the 2-1 to DeLorphis. That one hit high in the air and fouled down the right field line. Lemmel charging, but it lands in the berm. Lucky fan will have a souvenir to take home tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Davis DeLorphis. DeLorphis 0 for 2 tonight. Batting .335 on the year for the Rogues. Connor Lowry at second base. Had a 2-out single and stole second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Davis DeLorphis waits on the offering from Ralston. Curveball chopped foul off the third base side. Great job by DeLorphis of staying alive with 2 strikes. Looks like the sun peeking back out on the field. Looks like it just popped behind a cloud. Unfortunately, a lot of fires throughout the area. The air quality at Harry and David Field still very safe to breathe. Can't say the same for other places in and around the Rogue Valley. It's the heat of summer. The 2-2 hit high in the air and foul off the first base side and out of play. That went back behind the berm and into the parking lot. So Lowry will head back to second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Rogues lead 4-0. DeLorfis steps back into the box. Jack Ralston on the mound. Here's the 2-2 to DeLorfis. Check swing did not go around. The ball's outside, runs the count full, 3-2. Temperature dipping now to a cool 105 degrees. Full count, 2 outs, runner on second for DeLorfis. Here's the pitch from Ralston. Fastball chopped to the third base. Walsh is there. The throw over to first in time to get DeLorfis by half a step. Rogues strand one. We head to the top of the fifth. Rogues lead 4-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the fifth inning, Rogues on top, 4-0. Leading things off for the Chico Heat, the 9-hitter, Eric Robles. Robles, in 11 games for the Chico Heat, is batting .261. First pitch to Robles, fastball. Called strike on the outer edge by the home plate umpire, Brian Rose. Rose giving a gracious outer edge all night. That's all you can ask for is consistency. That one misses low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike, and now to the shortstop, Eric Robles. Peeking over into the game between Lincoln and Marysville, the Gold Sox on top 3-1 over Lincoln. They're in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-1 misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Eric Robles. Robles walked back in the third inning, advanced to second, part of that bases-loaded 1-out jam. Jaden France then struck out Carson McCusker and got Marcus Wellhite to ground out to get out of the inning. The 2-1, that one hit to left field. Dante Gutierrez on his horse, still going back. That ball's going to drop over his head. Rolls all the way to the wall. Robles will head into second with a leadoff double.
Next up for Chico, center fielder.
That will turn up the liner.
Tanner Tokunaga.
That will turn the lineup over for Tanner Tokunaga. Just the third hit allowed by Jaden France through 4 innings. France looks in, gets the sign from Alex Isola, and now comes set. The first pitch, check swing, did not go around. No balls, rather 1 ball and no strike to Tanner Tokunaga. Eric Robles takes his lead from second. France checks on him. The 1-0 hit to the shortstop, DeLorfis. Throw over to first in time. Advancing to third base is Eric Robles. It's the first out of the fifth. That will bring up Brandon De La Guardia. De La Guardia struck out in the first,
Chico,
singled in the third.
Number 11, Brandon De La Guardia.
Four to nothing the score here in the top of the fifth. One out, runner on third. Jaden France comes set. Here's the first pitch. Hit foul out of play off the first base side. The sun back out on Harry and David Field. Looks like that might be a cloud of smoke out there behind left field. Our photographer Mike Costello agreeing with me. So that one bounced in the dirt, gets away from my soul. Eric Robles charges home. He will score on the wild pitch. First run of the ball game allowed by Jaden France comes in the fifth. Score now 4-1, Rogues on top. One ball, one strike, one out to De La Guardia. That one misses high and in. 2 balls and 1 strike, now the count. That one hit right at Josh Berman. He snags it. The throw over to first in time to get De La Guardia. 2 down now here in the top of the fifth.
K-batter brought to you by Morton Sports Pizza Bar. Number 28, Carson McCusker.
Two outs, nobody on for Carson McCusker. That one misses outside for ball 1. McCusker, the Morton's K batter of the evening, walked his first time up and struck out with 1 out and the bases loaded. Much to the delight of the fans here at Harry and David Field. Here's the 1-0. Off speed, drops in there for a strike. Evens the count, 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on for Carson McCusker. Off speed, drops in there for a strike. Great curveball by Jaden France. Jaden France known for his fastball, throwing all off-speed stuff to McCusker. There's the fastball, just misses the outside edge. Boy, the entire press box thought it was strike 3. I thought so as well. Home plate umpire Brian Rose disagreeing with those of us up here in the booth. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jaden France winds. He deals. Misses outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. The pitcher's mound is in shade. The space in between the mound and home plate is in sun, and the batter's box is in shade. The 3-2. Fastball misses just low. Another borderline pitch, a tough ball to call for Brian Rose. A 2-out walk to Carson McCusker will bring up Marcus Wilhite, who is 0 for 2 in this ballgame. 4-1 the score here in the top of the fifth. Eric Robles led off with a double, advanced to third on a ground out by Tanner Tokunaga, and would score on a wild pitch. The first pitch to Marcus Wilhite. Hits to the third baseman, Berman. They're going to flip over to second to get the force for the final out of the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left in the fifth. We head to the bottom of the inning. Rogues on top, 4-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Island Song by the Zach Brown Band ringing out here at Harry and David Field, which means Jaden Hanna is stepping up to the plate. Jaden Hanna walked and scored back in the first inning. First pitch swinging, fouls that back into the net. 0-1 the count. Four to 1, the Rogues lead here in the bottom of the fifth. The left-handed hitting Jaden Hanna from Portland, Oregon waits on the 0-1 from Ralston. He hits that one to left field. Going back is Garrett Kelly. Still going back. It's over his head. Hanna rounds first. He's going into second. He has a stand-up double here in the bottom of the fifth inning. It's so funny. The exact same play back in the top of the inning. The leadoff man in the inning, Eric Robles, for the Chico Heat, hit a ball over our left fielder, Dante Gutierrez's head, that rolled all the way to the wall. Hanna answering back here in the bottom of the second with a leadoff double of his own will bring up the former Great West League Player of the Week, the DH tonight, Eric Yang. Yang giving away the Great West League Player of the Week honors to Scotty Wright, who pitched a perfect game down in Lincoln. First pitch, chopped foul. 0-1 to Eric Yang. Yang, hit by a pitch back in the first, would eventually come around to score on the 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig. Hanna at second base. Nobody out. 0-1 the count to Eric Yang. Pitch home. That one hit foul down the first base line. Count now 0-2. Yang in a hole, 0-2. Hanna at second. The pitch. Hit to the shortstop. That's going to advance Hanna. They're going to throw to third. The ball hits off Jaden Hanna and caroms away from the third baseman, Jack Walsh. Hanna's going to score. So the ball hit to the shortstop, Eric Robles, instead of throwing over to first.
Now up for your Rogues, catcher,
Hanna,
24,
Robles
Alex
trying to get
Sasola.
Hanna at third. The ball hit Hanna's leg as he was running in. Gets away from the third baseman, Jack Walsh, and Hanna comes home. 5-1 the score now. I'll have to check with our official scorekeeper and Director of Baseball Operations, BG Gold, to see how they rule that one. Regardless, Eric Yang aboard at first. 5-1, the Rogues lead, nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch to Alex Sasola misses inside for ball one. Isola 0 for 2 in this ballgame. The 1-0, he smacks that one into left field for a single. Big time, comes through. And the Rogues have runners on first and second with nobody out for Johnny De La Cruz.
First baseman number 2, Johnny De La Cruz.
De La Cruz hit a ground rule RBI double back in the first inning to score. Jaden Hanna would eventually come around to score on that RBI, that 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig. Eric Yang at second, Alex Isola at first. 5-1, Rogues lead in the bottom of the 5th. That one misses low. Ball 1 to Johnny De La Cruz. The score from Lincoln, 3-1 in the top of the 5th. David and Pat, thank you for joining us. Thank you, all of us, for joining us here on the live stream. If you're listening, hop onto the live chat. We'd love to hear where you're listening from. A bunt laid down by Johnny De La Cruz pops in the air off of a bounce. The throw to first just in time to get De La Cruz. The runners advance over to second and third. So a successful sack bunt by Johnny De La Cruz moves Eric Yang over to third and Isola over to second. We'll bring up Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith pinch ran for Jake Helwig back in the first inning. Helwig, with runners on second and third, fouled a ball off his foot, was in some serious pain. Took a few minutes to walk it off. On the next pitch he saw, singled to right field to score De La Cruz and Yang. Helwig then stole second base. Afterwards, then asking to be removed from the game, Caleb Smith came in as a pinch runner and scored on the RBI single by Josh Berman. First pitch to Smith misses inside for ball 1. Shows the guts that Jake Helwig has. The moxie, as it were. Stay in when you know you're hurt. That one misses high, ball 2. Deliver a 2 RBI single. It was just a 1-run game at that point. Then stole second base for what would eventually be the 4th run of the inning. Rogues got those 4 runs in the first. The Heat got 1 in the top of the 5th. The Rogues answer with 1 here in the bottom, looking for more. That one misses inside, ball 3. So Caleb Smith just 1 ball away from loading the bases with 1 out. Jack Ralston looks in. He gets the sign. Here's the 3-0 to Smith. Misses high for ball 4. So the bases are loaded for El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez.
Loaded left fielder, number 20, Dante Gutierrez.
Gutierrez walked back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1 today. Pitching coach for the Chico Heat, Reese Borges, going to go out to talk with his hurler, Jack Ralston. We'll step away for a quick commercial break. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning, bases loaded. Rogues lead 5-1. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Just a quick commercial break. Jack Ralston still on the mound for the Chico Heat. The bases are loaded. 1 out here in the 5th for Dante Gutierrez.
Dante Gutierrez.
Gutierrez walked back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Eric Yang is at third. Alex Isola is at second. Caleb Smith is at first. Jaden Hanna, who led the inning off with a double, already came home. Rogues lead 5-1. The first pitch to Gutierrez, fastball, catches the outer edge for strike 1. Gutierrez, the left-handed batter with that wide open stance. Nearly identical to Dodgers first baseman Adrian Gonzalez. Here's the 0-1 with 1 out, bases loaded, to Dante Gutierrez. Fastball, same location. Rogues dugout doesn't think so. It's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So with 2
Next
down,
up for the Rogues,
that will
third
bring up
baseman,
Josh
number
Berman.
7, Josh Berman.
Berman delivered an RBI single back in the first inning that scored Caleb Smith. He's 1 for 2 today. Eric Yang is at third. Alex Isola is at second. Caleb Smith is at first. 5-1 the score here in the bottom of the 5th. Down in Marysville, they're in the bottom of the 5th as well. Gold Sox lead 3-1. Ralston comes set. The first pitch to Berman. Drops out of the zone. Good take. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the 5th for Josh Berman. The pitch misses inside for ball 2. Just received word that Jake Helwig, well, he did exit the game. We already knew that. However, it wasn't because of that toe injury that he sustained when he ground a ball off his foot. He was bleeding. His finger got caught on the second baseman, Brandon De La Guardia's cleats, as he slid into second. And so that's why he had to exit the game. So 2 completely unrelated injuries. Helwig a little banged up. He's enjoying the rest of this ball game from the shade in the dugout. Here's the 2-0 to Berman. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Berman ahead of that off-speed pitch. Eric Yang is at third. He was part of that funky play that allowed Jaden Hanna to score. Tell you about it after this 2-1 pitch to Josh Berman. Ralston gets the sign. He comes set. Bases are loaded. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch home. Hit to the right side of the infield. That's going to be through for a base hit. Eric Yang coming home. Hogan had to hold Alex Isola after Isola was, almost halfway down the line. Isola does get back in safely. An RBI single for Josh Berman, his second of the day. Scores Eric Yang. And the Rogues take a 6-1 lead here in the 5th. I think we're going to have a pitching change here at Harry David Field. We'll step away. The Rogues have the bases loaded. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Connor Lowry will come up to bat right after this. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Connor Lowry, bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. First pitch delivered by Cameron Leff, the new pitcher for the Chico Heat, misses high for ball 1. Leff attending Granger College, making just his second appearance for the Heat. The 1-0. Hit high and foul off the first base side. I think Lowry broke his bat. He did. So the bases are loaded.
Rogues, number 10, Connor Lowry.
Give you a lowdown on what happened earlier in this inning. Jaden Hanna led off with a double. Eric Yang grounded to the shortstop. Hanna took off for third. Eric Robles, the Chico Heat shortstop, threw the ball to Jack Walsh, the third baseman, but the ball hit Jaden Hanna and bounced away from Walsh. It allowed Hanna to score and allowed Eric Yang to advance to first. The 1-1 misses outside for ball 2. Alex Isola singled. Johnny De La Cruz bunted over Yang and Isola. Caleb Smith walked, and Josh Berman delivered an RBI single to score Eric Yang. So that's where we are. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Connor Lowry in a 2-1 count. Isola at third, Smith at second, Josh Berman at first. Caleb Smith out there at second base, came on as a pinch runner for Jake Hellwig. Initially, I thought Hellwig exited the game stemming from a toe injury he sustained in that first at-bat in the first inning. That one foul-tipped at the plate, evens the count 2-2. Hellwig fouled a ball off his foot, was in some considerable pain, walked it off, and on the very next pitch, delivered a 2-out single to score Johnny De La Cruz and Eric Yang to give the Rogues a 3-0 lead in the first. Hellwig then stole second, and on that play got cleated by De La Guardia. That one just got a piece of it, did Lowry. Nice job staying alive there. So Hellwig got cleated unintentionally by Brandon De La Guardia, and with his left index finger bleeding, had to exit the game. Caleb Smith came on as a pinch runner and scored on the RBI single by Josh Berman. Left steps off the rubber, now comes back set. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, bases loaded. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Rogues strand 3, but get 2 across. Jaden Hanna and Eric Yang both come home. We head to the top of the 6th. Rogues lead 6-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing.
Rogues fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit medfordrogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. New pitcher on the mound for your Medford Rogues from Fort Worth, Texas, making his 21st appearance for the Rogues this season. Number 6, the right-hander from Blinn, JC, Will
Chico
Floyd.
Heat, right fielder number 15, Cole Lemmel.
Will Floyd is 1-2 on the year, has a 3.43 ERA, 23 strikeouts in 18 1/3 innings pitched. The final line for Jaden France, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts. Floyd will face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Chico Heat, starting out with Cole Lemmel, who is 0 for 1 today. The right-hander comes set. Here's the first pitch from Will Floyd. Curveball got away from him. Count is 0-1, rather 1-0 to Cole Lemmel. Lemmel grounded out to short his first time up. Walked, well, hit by a pitch, rather, in the 4th. And that one hits him. So a couple of wild pitches thrown by Will Floyd. This one hits Cole Lemmel. Second time he's been hit today.
Next up for Chico, left fielder number 14, Garrett Kelly.
So with the leadoff man on, that will bring up the left fielder, Garrett Kelly. Will Floyd looks over at first. Lemmel takes his lead. Here's the first pitch to the right-handed hitting left fielder. Misses inside for ball 1. Garrett Kelly hit by a pitch himself back in the 2nd inning. Grounded into a 5-3, rather a 4-3 double play. Back in the 4th, that ball hit up the middle. Jaden Hanna step on second for 1. Over to De La Cruz in time for 2. The 1-0 with 1 out. Lemmel takes off. The pitch is in there for a strike. The throw is going to be not in time. Great throw by Isola, but just a little late. Lemmel has himself a stolen base. Count is 1-1 to Garrett Kelly. One run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Heat. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Rogues lead 6-1. Will Floyd comes set. Here's the 1-1 to Garrett Kelly. Curveball misses inside. Count now 2-1. The 2-1 hit high in the air and foul out of play off the first base side. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Waiting on deck, the catcher, Joe Bath. Fans, tomorrow is your last chance to catch the Rogues in the 2017 regular season here at Harry and David Field. Tomorrow is Fan Appreciation Night. First 500 fans receive a rowdy bobblehead courtesy of Rogue Credit Union. That curveball called on the inside corner for strike 3. Terrific pitch by Will Floyd. That's the first out of the 6th, and that will bring up the catcher, Joe Bath. Tomorrow, Wednesday, August 2nd, Rogues fans will also enjoy discounted food, beverages, and merchandise all game long. Tomorrow is all about celebrating you, Rogue Nation, the greatest fans in the Great West League. With 1 out and a runner on second, Joe Bath, who is 0 for 2 today, steps into the plate. Rather, 0 for 1, he reached on an error back in the 4th. The first pitch, curveball, drops out of the zone. No, called strike. Catches the lower part for strike one. Throw is low. The throw over to second to see if they could backpick Lemmel. Not in time. Hannah over there at second had to lunge at that ball. Kind of tripped over Cole Lemmel. Everyone's okay. Just kind of a funky play. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. 1 out, runner on second. Will Floyd trying to punch out Joe Bath here in the 6th. The 1-1. Hit by the shortstop, Davis DeLorfis. Boy, he made a dive home for that one. That's going to score Lemmel from second. Ball was hit on the ground. DeLorfis went for the dive, and the last bounce just hopped way over Davis DeLorfis. A completely unnatural bounce. Tough break for Will Floyd. I think DeLorfis would have had that ball maintained a solid trajectory. Regardless, it's an RBI single for Joe Bath. It's the 2nd run of the game for the Heat. The leadoff hit by pitch burns Will Floyd. Rogues lead 6-2 now. With 1 out, that will bring up Jack Walsh. First pitch to him, fouled back up and over the netting and out of play. I mean, that ball was on the ground the entire time until that last bounce, as DeLorfis was already in his dive and just bounced 6-7 feet over his glove. Here's the 0-1. Nope, throw over to first. Joe Bath back in time. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Rogues lead 6-2. Throw over to first again. Joe Bath dives back in safely. And now Isola will go out to have a conversation with Will Floyd. Just a very quick pat on the rear saying, "You got this, big fella." No balls, 1 strike to Jack Walsh. Walsh walked his first time up, made it to third, but would not come home. That was part of that bases loaded 1 out jam that Jaden France got out of back in the 3rd inning. Grounded out to to first the first time up. Running on the throw is Joe Bath, and Isola has punched out another.
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've done today.
Joe Bath and Hannah colliding down there at second base. Both players on the dirt. Hannah lifts his glove up, says, "I still got it." The 2nd runner thrown out of the day by Alex Isola. Joe Bath gives Hannah a pat on the butt, saying, "Nice job holding on to that ball." Erases the single by Joe Bath. 2 outs, nobody on. That one skips in the dirt. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Jack Walsh. Boy, Alex Isola. The kid can do it all. Here's the 2-1. Hit hard but foul down the first base line onto the netting that's blocking the playground out there next to right field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here in the top of the 6th. An absolutely breathtaking sunset. The lighting is almost pink here at Harry and David Field. What I believe is a smoke cloud as that fastball misses outside for ball 3. There's a cloud, a long streak, hovering deep behind in left field. It's a pink streak almost, casting pink down on the field. That one misses inside for ball 4.
Next
the
up
Cascade
for Chico,
Mountain Range
shortstop number 2,
out
Eric
there
Robles.
behind left field. The silhouette appears as the sun sets behind them. It's an incredible sight right now. I mean, it's like somebody put pink filters all over the on-field lights, shining down on Harry and David Field. With 2 outs and a runner on first, the first pitch to Eric Robles misses low for ball 1. Leadoff hit by pitch to Cole Lemmel would eventually come around to score on the RBI single by Joe Bath, who was then punched out trying to steal second by Isola. Bunt down the third base line, rolls foul. Count now 1-1 to Eric Robles. Robles, an aggressive bunter. I think he's shown bunt at least once every at-bat this series. Runner on first, that's Jack Walsh. 2 outs, 1-1 the count to Eric Robles here in the top of the 6th. Rogues lead 6-2. The 1-1 misses outside for ball 2. Robles, the left-handed hitting shortstop, waits on the 2-1 offering from Will Floyd. Floyd comes set, now comes home. Misses low for ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike the count to Eric Robles. The pitch home. Fastball, called strike. Letter high on the inside corner. Runs the count full, 3-2. 2 outs, runner on first. That's Jack Walsh here in the top of the 6th. Rogues lead 6-2. I don't have an update on Jake. Just that we know what it is that the injury caused him to leave. That ball hit sharply right at DeLorfis. The throw over to first in time for the final out of the inning. The Heat get one across, but strand one. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Rogues lead 6-2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the 6th inning, Rogues on top 6-2. Leading things off for the Rogues, the leadoff man, Davis DeLorfis. Cameron left, back on the mound. That one hit sharply to the second baseman. De La Guardia is there. The flip over to first in time to get Davis DeLorfis.
Next up for the Rogues, second baseman, number 5, Jaden Hanna.
Jaden Hanna. The Island Song by the Zach Brown Band. Always carries a cool breeze into the ballpark. Jaden Hanna 1 for 2 today with 2 runs scored. Had a double back in the 5th. First pitch to Hanna misses way inside. Not sure how Hanna got away from that one. He smacks his helmet. I think he's mad he didn't take that pitch and get his free base. Scooted out of the way. 1 ball and no strikes to the left-handed hitting second baseman for the Rogues. Left comes in. Showing bunt, pulls back. It's high for ball 2. Next one from Cameron, left, called strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Jaden Hanna. Called strike on the outer edge. Evens the count, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Hanna. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So 2 down in the 6th. That will bring up the catcher, rather the DH tonight, Eric Yang.
Designated hitter number 36, Eric Yang.
The catcher is Alex Isola, who you see modeling our Bacon jerseys. If you want yours, click on the jersey auction link in the description box underneath the live stream graphic to be taken to our eBay page. We have a ton of themed jerseys available for auction. They can be shipped anywhere in the world. First pitch swinging by Yang, high in the air down the right field line. The right fielder Lumble coming over. He'll have room. He makes the grab right at the fence in front of the berm. 3 up, 3 down for the Rogues in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Rogues lead 6-2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that will give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford. Right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com today. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Rogues lead 6-2. On the mound for your Rogues, local of the Rogue Valley from Phoenix, Oregon, Aaron Hutchinson. His first pitch to the leadoff man, Tanner Tokunaga, misses inside for ball 1. Hutchinson attending Lane Community College in his free time. spins that off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Tokunaga singled in the first to lead off the game for the Heat. Was thrown out at second, trying to steal second by Alex Isola. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike two. Another terrific off-speed pitch from Aaron Hutchinson. Hutchinson, the righty thrower, is 2-0 on the year, has a 2.31 ERA, three saves under his belt, 27 strikeouts and 35 innings pitched. That one fouled back into the netting. Count will remain 1-2. Hutchinson, another staple in this Rogues bullpen. He's making his 22nd appearance this season. Rogues getting 4 in the first, 2 in the fifth. The Heat getting 1 in the fifth and 1 in the sixth. That one hit through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Tokunaga has his second hit of the day, and that will bring up the second baseman, Brandon De La Guardia. De La Guardia from San Jose, California, attends West Valley Community College in his free time. The right-handed batter is batting .252 for the Rogues, for the Heat rather. 40 hits, 5 doubles, 22 RBIs, 34 strikeouts in 42 games. Tries to bunt that ball, but it rolls foul at the plate. Count is 0-1. Rogues got 4 in the first. All 9 batters came up to the plate in that first inning. Jaden France in line for the win tonight. He pitched the minimum required 5 innings, scattered 3 hits, gave up just 1 earned run, and struck out 3. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? No. Home plate umpire doesn't even appeal to the field ump. Evens the count 1-1. Sky beginning to darken. The light blue giving way to a dark blue, almost purple hue. The smoke streak still ever present out there behind left field. Throw over to first, not in time. Tokunaga back standing. We'll see if he tries to steal again with Isola behind the plate. The 1-1. Curveball drops in there for a strike. He's ahead of De La Guardia. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tanner Tokunaga at first led the inning off with a single. Nobody out here in the 7th. Throw back over to first. Tokunaga again back standing. Quick score update for you from Marysville. The Gold Sox lead the Lincoln Potters 6-1. Marysville scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th. They're in the top of the 7th. The 1-2 misses outside. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, the Rogues dugout not happy with home plate umpire Brian Rose. Can't tell if that's the Rogues dugout or just some disgruntled fans. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, nobody out. The pitch home. Hit high in the air and foul off the first base side and out of play. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brandon De La Guardia. Tanner Tokunaga over there at first base. The magic number for the Rogues is 2. Any combination of Rogues wins and Potters losses means the Rogues clinch the regular season title and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. That one misses outside for ball 3. Hutch looks in, gets the sign from Alex Isola. Checks Tokunaga at first. De La Cruz holding him on. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Long at bat for De La Guardia. Hutchinson wins the battle. With 1 down, that will bring up Carson McCusker. McCusker had a battle of an at-bat back in the 5th between he and Jaden France. McCusker eventually earned a walk. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 3rd inning. Walked twice in this ballgame. 1 out, runner on first. Rogues lead 6-2. Hutchinson comes set. The first pitch, curveball fouled back into the netting for strike 1. Throw over to first. Close one, but Tokunaga back safely. Nice pickoff attempt by Aaron Hutchinson. McCusker will step back into the box. McCusker, a big right-handed batter, 6'7", 235. That one hit well to left field. Gutierrez is there. He makes the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. That ball was smoked, but Dante Gutierrez out there in left.
For Chico, first baseman,
El
number
Tortuga
5,
showing the
Marcus
wheels. Makes the grab out there in left center field for the 2nd out of the inning. That will bring up Marcus Wilhite. Wilhite 0 for 3. Struck out back in the 1st. Hutch comes set. Comes home. Wilhite shows bunt. He pulls back in time. The ball thrown is low. 1-0 the count. Tanner Tokunaga, who led off this inning with a single, still over there at first base. Tokunaga led off the 1st inning, led off the ballgame with a single, was thrown out at second trying to steal by Alex Isola. Seems like the Heat staff have learned better this time. Pitch inside, called strike by home plate umpire Brian Rose. Evens the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Marcus Wilhite. The left-handed batter shows bunt again. It rolls foul. Count now 1-2. The Rogues infield shifted very strongly over to pull the left-handed Marcus Wilhite. Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who is now at shortstop, came on as a defensive replacement for Davis DeLorfis, is almost directly behind the bag at second. Josh Berman in the hole where shortstop usually plays. That one check swing, but he went around, says the home plate umpire. Strike 3. Hutch works around a leadoff walk. We hit at the bottom of the 7th. We're stretching here at Harry and David Field. The Rogues lead 6-2. Another quick update. They're stretching down in Marysville. The Gold Sox lead 6-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogue Regency Inn & Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-game party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn & Suites. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Bottom of the 7th inning, Rogues on top, 6-2. Alex Isola will lead things off for the Rogues. Cameron Leff back on the mound for the Chico Heat. He winds and deals. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. You see Isola modeling our Bacon jerseys with pitching coach Jeff Lyle. That off-speed catches the outer half for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alex Isola. If you want your very own Bacon jersey, just click on the themed jersey auction link in the description box underneath the live stream. Here's the 1-1 from Cameron Leff. Fastball catches the outer edge for strike 2. Isola singled back in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 3. Here's the 1-2 to Isola. Misses high. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Isola will be attending Yavapai College in Arizona once the season is over. Here's the 2-2. Hit foul up and over the netting and into the parking lot off the first base side. Isola steps back in. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Cameron Leff. Fastball, Isola just does get a piece of it. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 to Isola. That one hit well to center field. Coming on are a trio of heat. It's going to actually fall in front of Tanner Tokunaga. Just a flare. Thought he hit that ball a little better than he actually did. Falls as a single for Alex Isola, and that will bring up Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz hit a ground rule double all the way back in the 1st inning. It scored Jaden Hanna. De La Cruz would eventually come around to score on the 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig. Here's the first pitch. De La Cruz bounces in the dirt, gets by the catcher, Joe Bath, and Isola will take second base on the wild pitch. So Isola now at second. Nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. Rogues lead 6-2. The 1-0. A check swing that hits his bat, and it stays fair. Tough luck for Johnny De La Cruz. He checked his swing. The ball was up and in. It hit the handle of the bat, bounced right to the first baseman, Marcus Wilhite, for the first out of the ball game, of the inning.
Caleb Smith.
A little late for the first out of the ball game. So with 1 down, Isola moves over to 3rd on the play. And that will bring up Caleb Smith. Smith came on as a pinch runner for Jake Helwig. That one swung on and missed, strike 1. Jake Helwig fouled a ball off his foot back in the 1st inning with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Took a few minutes, came back. The next pitch he saw hit a single to right, cleared the bases. He then stole 2nd and asked to come out. The cleat of Brandon De La Guardia caught his left index finger. He was bleeding and had to be removed from the game. The 0-1 misses outside. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to Caleb Smith. Smith walked his first at-bat back in the 5th inning. Rather, he's 0 for 1. He struck out in the 3rd. The 1-1 swung on and missed, strike 2. Alex Isola at 3rd base. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Cameron Leff on the mound for the Chico Heat. Here's the 1-2 to Caleb Smith. Curveball misses high. Evens the count, 2-2. Waiting on deck, the left fielder, Dante Gutierrez. Darkness has fallen over Harry and David Field. Field lights illuminating the action. The 2-2 misses outside for ball 3. Boy, and you know, no matter how hot it gets during the day, the summer nights in Southern Oregon are always so pleasant. the temperature is perfect. There's little to no breeze. It is just perfect outside. The 3-2 misses high for ball 4. Caleb Smith tosses his bat and shin guard. Rogues have runners on the corners for Dante Gutierrez. One out, runners on the corners for Dante Gutierrez. The left-handed batter swings at that first pitch, fouled back and out of play. 0-1 the count. Gutierrez with that wide left-handed stance. Waits on the 1-0. Isola at third. Caleb Smith at first. That one misses low. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans, tomorrow is the final regular season home game of the 2017 Great West League season for your Medford Rogues. Come on out. It's Fan Appreciation Night. Tomorrow is all about you, the greatest fans in the Great West League. The first 500 fans receive a rowdy bobblehead courtesy of Rogue Credit Union. That one misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Dante Gutierrez. Alex Isola led this inning off with a single. Advanced to second on a wild pitch. Advanced to third when Johnny De La Cruz checked his swing. The ball hit his bat and rolled up the first base line, stayed fair. Tough luck for De La Cruz, but it did move the runner over. Caleb Smith walked. He's at first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Cameron left, comes set. Here's the 2-1. Fastball, smack to right center field. That ball is going to split the outfielders. Isola comes home. Caleb Smith is going to be held at third. Dante Gutierrez slides into second with a double. An RBI double for Dante Gutierrez scores Alex Isola, and the Rogues take a 7-2 lead.
Third baseman number 7, Josh Berman.
That will bring up Josh Berman, who already has 2 RBI singles this day. Braden Stutzman comes on as a pinch hitter for Dante Gutierrez. He will most likely take over in left in the top of the 8th. So Josh Berman, 2 for 2, 2 RBI singles, 1 in the first, 1 in the 5th, steps into the batter's box. The pitch home. Off speed, catches the inner half of the plate for strike 1. That one misses outside, evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Berman. The Gold Sox have runners on second and third. 0-2 count to Devin Pettingill, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. That one swung on and missed by Berman. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Braden Stutzman out there at second, pinch running for Dante Gutierrez, who had an RBI double to score Alex Isola. Caleb Smith at third. Here's the 1-2 to Josh Berman. That one smacked to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Braden Stutzman was like 3 feet from Caleb Smith. The throw home is going to be in time to get him. Great throw by the left fielder, Garrett Kelly. Oh boy, so Braden Stutzman was not waiting for that ball to drop. He was running. Caleb Smith had held it third. By the time Caleb Smith came home, Stutzman was 3 feet within breathing distance of Caleb Smith. Smith comes home safely, but the throw to home does get Braden Stutzman. That is the second out of the inning. It is an RBI single for Josh Berman, his third of the day, and that will bring up Connor Lowry. First pitch to Lowry, swung on, fouled back, and out of play into the parking lot. Eight to 2. The score here in the bottom of the 7th. Gold Sox fail to score in the bottom of the 7th. They head to the 8th. They lead 6-1 over the Lincoln Potters. Lowry waits on the 0-1. That one in the dirt. Evens the count, 1-1. The 1-1 home. Hit high and up and out of play over the netting. Lowry in the hole, 1-2. Lowry singled and stole a base in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. That one fouled back into the netting. We'll do this again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. That's Josh Berman. 2 runs have come home. Isola led off the inning with a single, scored on the RBI double by Dante Gutierrez. Josh Berman delivering an RBI single to score Caleb Smith. One ball, 2 strikes, the count to Connor Lowry. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch home. Hit very high in the air in the infield. Jack Walsh, the third baseman, is under it. He drops the ball. Boy, I have seen a number of those kinds of balls hit in the air, especially by Connor Lowry in particular. Those big league pop flies that just take forever to come down. And it's a tough play for these infielders. It's a dropped ball by the third baseman, Jack Walsh. Lowry reaches on the E5. Josh Berman all the way at third, running with 2 outs. And we'll have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runners on the corners for the Rogues. Bottom of the 7th, they lead 8-2. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Runners on the corners for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Reese came on as a defensive replacement for Davis DeLorfis back in the top of the 7th. New pitcher for the Chico Heat, Tanner Clark. His first pitch to Valenzuela-Reese misses outside for ball 1. Berman at third. Lowry at first. That pitch misses low for ball 2. Berman delivered his third RBI single. That one smacked to right field, but right at Cole Lemmel for the final out of the inning. Rogues bring 2 across thanks to the RBI single by the RBI double by Dante Gutierrez and the RBI single by Dante Gutierrez by Josh Berman. Ugh. RBI double by Dante Gutierrez, RBI single by Josh Berman brings 2 home for the Rogues in the 8th. We head to the in the 7th rather. We head to the 8th. Rogues lead 8-2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the 8th inning, DJ Wilson on in relief, spins one in there for a strike. Wilson, the side armor, on the mound for the Rogues here in the top of the 8th. They lead 8-2. Cole Lemmel at the plate. That one fouled back into the netting. Wilson quickly ahead, 0-2. Wilson from Bend, Oregon, will attend Campbellsville University in the fall alongside Clay Valenzuela-Reese, Malik Evans, and Connor Lowry. Lowry modeling our Military Night jerseys on the live stream. If you like what you see, click on the jersey auction link. Cole Lemmel doesn't like what he sees. He swings at that pitch and
Chico,
misses
14,
for strike 3.
Garrett Kelly.
3-pitch strikeout for DJ Wilson to lead off the 8th. Now we'll bring up the left fielder, Garrett Kelly. Score update down in Marysville. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Gold Sox on top over Lincoln, 6-1. So Lincoln down to their final 3 outs to try and salvage that ball game. First pitch to Garrett Kelly misses low, ball 1. That one misses low. 2 balls and no strikes to Garrett Kelly. The 2-0, a shattered bat, a little flare into shortstop. Funny hop, no chance for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. That was a weird play. A shattered bat.
Next up for Chico, catcher
Put some
number 10,
funky
Joe
spin on that ball. Clay Valenzuela-Reese, the shortstop, charging hard. Do or die play. Tried to make the barehanded grab, could not come up with it. Kelly aboard on the infield hit. And that will bring up the catcher, Joe Bath. DJ Wilson looks over at first, now comes home. That one fouled down the first base line into the berm. Top of the 8th inning, 1 out. 0-1 the count to Garrett Kelly, rather to Joe Bath. Garrett Kelly is at first base. Had that infield single. The 0-1, check swing, but he went around, says the home plate umpire. Wilson ahead, 0-2. The pitch home, a chopper that rolls foul. Count will remain 0-2. Down in Marysville. Gold Sox lead 6-1. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Lincoln down to their final 3 outs. Here's the 0-2 from DJ Wilson to Joe Bath. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for DJ Wilson. And that will bring up Jack Walsh.
Third baseman number 19, Jack Walsh.
Jack Walsh walked in the 3rd, grounded out to the first baseman in the 4th, and walked in the 6th. He's 0 for 1. Runner on first, that's Garrett Kelly. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Spins that one in there for strike 1. DJ Wilson comes set. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Boy, DJ is really bringing his stuff tonight. 2 strike counts to 2 of the 3 batters, 3 of the 4 batters he's faced so far. Garrett Kelly jumped on a 1-0 and singled. Here's the 1-2. That one hit to shallow right center field. Lowry diving. Does he make the catch? Yes, says the field umpire, Jock Bolton. A fantastic diving play by Connor Lowry out there in shallow left center field. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Rogues on top, 8-2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues Baseball is brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. They like to say, when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find them at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Rogues lead 8-2. Down in Marysville, they are in the top of the 9th. Gold Sox lead 6-1. First pitch in there for a strike to Jaden Hanna. Some defensive replacements for Chico. The third baseman is now number 10, Justin Watari. That one misses inside, evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
6-1 top 9 in Marysville. 1 out.
The 1-1 misses inside. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. There is now 1 out in the top of the 9th inning at Calusa Casino Stadium. The Gold Sox up 6-1 over the Lincoln Potters. The 2-1 to Hanna misses outside for ball 3. There are 2 outs now in the top of the 9th inning. Jaden Hanna takes that one inside for ball 3, rather ball 4. He's up on first base.
36, Eric Yang.
That will bring up the DH, Eric Yang. The first pitch to Eric Yang, called strike on the outer edge. The Potters down to their final out down in Marysville. The Gold Sox hold on, and the Rogues win tonight. They will be Great West League regular season champions. Well, regular season title winners. The 0-1 hits him. Grazed the elbow guard of Eric Yang. Rogues have 2 on without swinging the bat. And that will bring up Alex Isola. Eric Yang hit by a pitch for the 2nd time today. Isola, 2 for 4, a single and a run scored, that back in the 7th inning. 2 singles and a run scored, I should say. First pitch to Isola misses outside for ball 1. The Marysville Gold Sox have just defeated the Lincoln Potters 6-1 at Calusa Casino Stadium, which means if the Rogues hold on here, they will be Great West League regular season title champions, however you want to call that. That one a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Alex Isola. Six to 1, Gold Sox taking care of business against Lincoln. That ball smacked to left field. That ball is way out of here. Alex Isola puts a charge into that ball, sends it all the way to the Les Schwab Tire Center. Down South Pacific Highway. The Rogues take an 11-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
With that no doubt home run.
Wow.
Air will now donate $50 to Hearts with a Mission with that bomb from Alex Isola.
So a ton of good things happening for the Rogues here. Isola hits his 7th home run of the year, puts the Rogues up.
8th home run of the season. Congratulations.
My goodness, Alex Isola, that one was crushed. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th for Johnny De La Cruz. First pitch swung on and
Now
missed.
batting for the Rogues, number 2, Johnny De La Cruz.
That was a monster home run by Alex Isola, scoring Jaden Hanna and Eric Yang. The 0-1 to Johnny De La Cruz. He waits for it. Here it is. Gets away from the catcher. Evens the count 1-1. So an absolute no doubt about it. 3-run shot by Alex Isola over the left field wall. That ball outside to De La Cruz. 2 balls and 1 strike, now the count. 11-2, the Rogues up here in the bottom of the 8th. That ball is single, it's going to get by the second baseman, Brandon De La Guardia. Johnny De La Cruz has himself his second hit of the day. And that will bring up Caleb Smith.
Right fielder, number 28, Caleb Smith.
Again, Rogues fans, the Marysville Gold Sox defeat the Lincoln Potters 6-1 at Calusa Casino Stadium down in California, which means that if the Rogues hold on here, they will clinch first place and home field advantage of the Great West League in the playoffs. First pitch to Caleb Smith, called strike on the outer edge. 0-1 the count. Johnny De La Cruz at first. 3 already home in this inning. A 3-run home run by Alex Isola scores Jaden Hanna and Eric Yang. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Evens the count 1-1. Caleb Smith waits on the 1-1. Here it is. That one hit high in the air and foul, out of play. Tanner Clark on the mound for the Chico Heat. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caleb Smith. The 1-2 misses outside, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one swung on and missed for strike 3. And that will bring up Braden Stutzman.
Next up for the Rogues, number 25, Braden Stutzman.
It's the first out of the inning. Braden Stutzman getting his first at-bat. Came on as a pinch runner for Dante Gutierrez back in the 7th inning. Switch hitter will bat from the left side with the right-hander Tanner Clark on the mound. 1 out, runner on first. That's Johnny De La Cruz here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Stutzman misses outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Big swing. Stutzman missed that one. Evens the count 1-1. That one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Braden Stutzman. That one foul tipped. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Braden Stutzman. Johnny De La Cruz over there at first base. 3 runs already home for the Rogues here in the bottom of the 8th. Jaden Hanna walked. Eric Yang hit by a pitch. Alex Isola, no doubt about it, 3-run home run over the left field wall. Here's the 2-2 with one out to Braden Stutzman. Swung on and missed, strike three. So that will bring up Josh Berman.
Next up for the Rogues, third baseman, number 7,
Berman
Josh
having himself
Berman.
quite a day. 3 for 4, 3 singles, 3 RBI. RBI single in the first, 5th, and 7th innings for the third baseman. Comes on here with 2 outs and a runner on first here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Berman, misses outside, ball 1. Clark comes set, comes home, the 1-0, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Josh Berman. The 2-0 curveball misses inside for ball 3. Tanner Clark, the pitcher for the Chico Heat from Folsom, California, attends Folsom Lake Community College, has a record of 2-2 on the year, making his 21st appearance for the Chico Heat. In a hole 3-0 to Josh Berman, Johnny De La Cruz at first. The 3-0. Chopped foul down the first base line. Berman given the green light, 3-0. Lincoln falls to Marysville by a final score of 6-1. Should the Rogues hang on here in the top of the 9th, they will be Great West League regular season title champions. That one misses high for ball 4. 2-out walk for Josh Berman moves Johnny De La Cruz over to second. And that will bring up Connor Lowry.
Next up for your Medford Rogues center fielder, number 10, Connor Lowry.
Lowry 1 for 3. Singled and stole a base back in the 4th inning. The first pitch to Lowry. Misses outside for ball 1. Rogues fans sticking around. They want to be a part of the celebration. That ball smacked down the third base line, but foul. Evens the count, 1-1. Lowry hit a sky-high pop fly to the third baseman back in the 7th inning. Jack Walsh, the third baseman at the time. Now it's Justin Watari. But at the time, Jack Walsh, the third baseman, lost it in the lights, dropped it, and allowed Lowry aboard. 1-1 the count to Connor Lowry. 2 outs, 2 on in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch home. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Lowry steps back in. Here's the 1-2. Clark comes set. The pitch. Fouled back and out of play off the first base side. Clark toes the rubber. The 1-2. Misses outside. Good block by the catcher, Joe Bath. Evens the count, 2-2. Deuces wild here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Connor Lowry. The Rogues lead 11-2. That one, another foul tip by Connor Lowry. Doing a great job of staying alive. Fighting off pitch after pitch until he finds one that he can handle. Lowry will step back into the box. Johnny De La Cruz at second. Josh Berman at first. Here's the 2-2. Misses inside, but swung on and missed for strike 3. The Rogues get 3 thanks to the 3-run home run by Alex Isola. We head to the 9th. Rogues are 3 outs away from clinching the Great West League regular season title and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Stick around, Rogue Nation. Another special moment coming up right after this. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the 9th inning. Rogues lead 11-2. On to close this one out. From Southern Idaho University, Taylor Frost. First pitch to Eric Robles, misses outside for ball 1. Here the Rogues fans voicing their discontent. They want to see a quick inning here so they can celebrate. That one misses outside. 2-0 now to Eric Robles. Taylor Frost, the all-time leader in Medford Rogues history, 8 saves on the season and for a career. The 2-0. Fastball in there for a strike. Taylor Frost on the mound for this 9th inning. Here's the 2-1 to Eric Robles. Fastball called strike 2. Frost comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Eric Robles. Chopped foul down the first base line. We'll do this again. Two runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Heat. 11 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. The 2-2 from Frost. Curveball drops in there for strike 3. What a great pitch. That's 1 down here in the 9th.
Next up for Chico, center fielder number 1, Tanner Tokunaga.
That will turn the lineup over. Tanner Tokunaga will come on here in the top of the 9th. Noisemakers here at Harry and David Field. The fans are loving it. The first pitch to Tokunaga. Big curveball that drops in there for a strike. Oh my goodness. Taylor Frost, that's just not even fair. 0-1 the count to the leadoff man, Tanner Tokunaga. That one misses outside. One ball and one strike, the count. Isola will go out to have a conversation with Taylor Frost. Again, Rogues fans, just to remind you, the Lincoln Potters fall to the Marysville Gold Sox 6-1. And if the Rogues hang on here, they will clinch the Great West League regular season title and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Taylor Frost comes set. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Tokunaga singled in the first, caught stealing by Alex Isola. Singled again in the seventh. He's 2 for 4. One out, nobody on here in the top of the ninth. Taylor Frost comes set. Here's the 1-2. Misses high, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Frost comes set. The 2-2. Curveball popped up high in the air into shallow left field. Valenzuela-Reese going back on it. Braden Stutzman makes the grab in left field. Stutzman came on as a defensive replacement, rather as a pinch runner for Dante Gutierrez back in the seventh.
Chico,
2 down in the ninth.
11,
Last man standing between the Medford Rogues and the Great West League regular season title is Brandon De La Guardia. First pitch misses outside. Brandon De La Guardia, 1 for 4 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Misses outside. Fastball. Count now 2-0. 2 outs. Top of the ninth inning. Rogues lead 11-2. The 2-0. Just missing outside for ball 3. So here's the 3-0 pitch now to Brandon De La Guardia. Fastball catches the outer edge for strike 1. Taylor Frost comes set. The 3-1 misses outside for ball 4. So the 2-out walk issued by Taylor Frost will bring up Carson McCusker.
Chico, designated hitter number 28, Carson McCusker.
Carson McCusker walked in the first, struck out in the third, walked in the fifth, lined out to left in the seventh. First pitch fouled back up and over the net for strike 1. Taylor Frost comes set. Here's the 0-1. Curveball misses outside. Evens the count, 1-1. The 1-1 Misses outside, fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Carson McCusker. Taylor Frost comes set. The 2-1. Skips in the dirt. Nice pick by Alex Isola. Count now 3-1 to Carson McCusker. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th rather. Called strike 2. So a full count now to Carson McCusker. The Rogues just 1 strike away from the regular season title. Taylor Frost on the mound looking to close this one out. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. The Medford Rogues clinch the regular season title and home field advantage throughout the 2017 Great West League playoffs.
Champs and clinch the #1 seed through the playoffs. Congratulations,
the final
boys.
score, the Rogues win 11-2.
Game, the Chico Heat,
final line,
Rogues,
2 runs,
11.
6 hits,
Fans,
2 errors for the Heat.
Congratulations to Josh Berman, who is tonight's
11
Medford
runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. Winning pitcher is Jaden France. Player of the game tonight, Josh Berman, went 3 for 4 with 3 RBI. Again, your Medford Rogues clinch the regular season title and home field advantage in the 2017 playoffs. They beat the Chico Heat 11-2. We're back tomorrow night for Fan Appreciation Night. Come on out, let us celebrate you, Rogue Nation, the best fans in the Great West League. For everyone here at Harry and David Field, I'm Jonathan Kerman. Thank you so much for listening. Again, your Medford Rogues win 11-2 and clinch the Great West League regular season title and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. I'm Jonathan Kerman. Thank you so much for listening, Rogue Nation. We'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, sleep well, Rogue Nation.
Rogue Nation. Thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com.